Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a grid drawing to transfer an image to make it larger, smaller, more accurate. Have you ever drawn something by making a picture and it just looked really off? Even great observers sometimes struggle to see exactly what's going on and how things fit together. To help artists out, there's a method known as grid drawing. This is usually slow going and you have to be precise in the prep work, but the final product turns out great because it allows you to slow down and see what's really going on. By the end of this, you'll have a project you're proud of. To start with, you're going to want to print out a picture that you want. For this demo, I am using a regular printer size paper 8 by 11. I grabbed my ruler and made sure it was lined up straight on the edge and put a little dash every ½ inch. After that's done, you kind of connect the dots so you have a nice straight line across your image. I then want to make squares, so I'm going to do the same side going horizontal or vertical. Again, every ½ inch, make sure my ruler is straight, and I'm also starting on the same side. The more precise you are, the more accurate your final drawing is going to be. You're then going to grab a larger piece of paper. I used a 16-inch by 22-inch piece of paper. This means that my grids are going to be 1-inch squares instead of half squares. So I made sure my ruler was lined up, and every inch I made a little dot. Because this paper was so large and my ruler was smaller, I had to make the dots 3 times on the paper. Then I connected the lines. Again, because my ruler was small, I had to overlap it a little bit just to make sure it was accurate. You then want to make sure the papers are both faced the same way and put letters A through Q on the top, then on the side put numbers 1 through 22 on both ways. Then you're ready to begin transferring. Go square by square. It's kind of like playing Battleship. You're going to see where the cartoon starts on your printed drawing, so like A6, and then you're going to see where that line starts and stops square by square. It's a slow process, but things end up in the correct spaces where they belong. Okay. So square by square. Couple tips, sometimes it helps to cross off the squares as you go. Other times it also helps if you have a little keyhole, a ½ inch square keyhole that you can peek through and just see one square. So you're drawing what's in the square, not what you think you're going to see. Okay. For my drawings and grid drawings, I also like to kind of play connect the dots. So I'll put big dots on big markers, like where wavy lines go in or out. And then I draw those dots on the other page, paying attention to where it starts. Okay, then I just connect the dots together. And I start like a puzzle, like working on the outside and then work on the inside. Again, sometimes it helps to cross off as you go along. Use a ruler to make sure you're lining up, and a keyhole. When you are happy with the drawing, you're going to grab an eraser and start erasing in the inside of the grid. Then you can start the fun part, I think, which is coloring. Maybe you also even want to outline it with Sharpie depending on what look you want to go for. Remember, show off those coloring skills, those rendering, shading value, light to dark with a color. Okay, add lots of layers. When you're completely happy with it, make sure you think of the background and submit it on Artsonia.